and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a Killstar haul by KATES clothing. So if you like Killstar hauls, then please consider subscribing and I will get into the video now. If the lighting changes throughout this video, it's been raining like constantly on and off all day and it's got like super dark. It looks quite dark in my room, but because I'm like using the light from outside, it doesn't look too bad, but if it gets quite shadowy, that's why. This Killstar haul didn't really go according to plan. So I will get onto that when I go through it. But basically, I ordered from KATES clothing because Killstar released, I mean, they've released quite a few new collections, but they released a dress called the Death March dress, and it's so gorgeous. I saw it and I was like, I'm gonna need that. I know that Killstar, when they do their sales, all the new stuff that's just been released, it's not included in the sale. And I knew that that dress wasn't going to be going into the sale for quite some time, so I thought, okay, I'll just keep it on my wish list, and when they have their next sale for like 20 or 25% off, I'll get it then. But then I went on KATES clothing and they had just got in some of Killstar's new collection, including that dress. And then they had a newsletter, because I do have like emails from them, and they had a code for like September with 20% off, so I was like, okay. So I had a look and I put the dress in the basket and I took the coupon code and put it in and everything, and it put quite a lot of money off. I think about £10, so I was like, okay. So I did go and buy that one, and because you have to spend like over £40 to get free delivery, I just thought I'd add something else. And the other thing I was after was the Killstar Dig It pencil case, because they've released a lot of new spooky stationery and I love it. Those are the two things that are going to be in this haul. I will start with the dress. As I said, it's called the Killstar Death March dress. It originally costs £42.99 and I did get a total deal of £13.84 off of the dress and the pencil case. So the dress itself is gorgeous and it looked really pretty on the website, and I didn't see any reviews on it because it is fairly new, and seeing it in person, it really is like as pretty as it looks on the website. I put it on and it fits really well apart from like two places, and one of them I could kind of get over, but the second one I just can't, and it's just a real shame because I've ordered this in like my normal size and everything. But when I posted it on the Killstar Addicts Anonymous page on Facebook, like all the comments were so lovely, and I had people saying, oh, this dress was like made for you. It was really sweet. I do really like this dress, but I had a few sizing issues. So I'll go through the main features of it first, because it is a fairly detailed dress. It is a all black dress. The label inside says "We Are the Weirdos," and I actually haven't had anything with this label on before. It does have kind of the twins on, and on the back it says, "You will be too much for some people. Those aren't your people," which I quite like. So that's what the new saying is, with like a crescent moon underneath. And the label is, well, the tag is in the same style as the label, and it is in a coffin shape, and I haven't actually had this tag either. And then on the back it just says the name of the dress, and I have kept this on for a reason as well, because this one will be going back, I think. So first of all, the neck of it is super pretty. So this label's just like pulling this bit of lace down, but it is there. So it is a high neck, kind of very Victorian, with a band of like black material with like a lace trim all around the front, so it gives like a super nice effect. I will have a try on clip after this as well, so you will see it on. Going down, it has very short sleeves. Like here's where like a normal sleeve would come to, but it does go up and then out. So, but I did see that on the photo, so I was aware of that, but I probably would prefer maybe a bit longer sleeves, but that's not too much of an issue. And then going down, it has this really nice all lace panel, and that is like see-through, and it is a very like swirly pretty lace, and then it basically, I think it's called a bib feature. It goes like in a half circle with this really pretty frilled lace all around there. So that's what like the chest part looks like. Oh, that's a bit better. I was worried that it would be a bit too low and like you'd see your underwear through it, but actually I haven't had that problem at all when trying it on, which is why it makes me nervous to get the next size. But in terms of that, from this dress, it doesn't show anything. There isn't a lot of stretch there, so if you are larger in that area, I would recommend sizing up because there is not a lot of stretch in this dress. It's not a stretchy material like at all. It's kind of very similar to the Lilian Lies dress, which I'll just hold up now. Very similar to this, and I will get on to more about that in a minute. Going down further, like just before the waist, it has these really pretty black buttons. There's no detail on the buttons, they are just round, but it kind of gives like a military kind of feel with this almost like stretchy embroidered kind of effect. And I feel like this detail with the lace just overall makes it look really pretty. And from the waist down, it kind of has a few pleats in it. These aren't like too visible, but they give the skirt like a really nice skater effect. Like it does really go out and it looks really flattering. And the rest of the skirt is plain until you get to the bottom of it, and then again it has this really pretty lace trim all across the bottom part of it. And what I didn't realise was actually there is a second layer to this dress. So underneath this kind of non-stretchy material, there's this piece of material which is super soft, and it's like really stretchy. And I don't know if this is to help with like comfortability of it and also to like puff it out a little bit more, but it does have this netting, and that's all under the dress. So I think the idea of it is, like if I take up the top layer of it, like you can see how much this like comes out. So I think that's meant to puff the skirt out, which it definitely does, just to give it a bit more volume. So when I show you like the skirt, you can see that it definitely does puff out. You can't really see the netting under it. I mean, it comes out a little bit, but you do see the lace really nicely. So that's the main features of this. It does also have a zip, which goes from the very top of the neck, like at the back, all the way down to halfway down the skirt. So a long zip, so it's really easy to get into and out, which was the idea. So when I received this, I was really happy with the quality and everything. There's no loose threads. It feels like a well-made dress. The lace is really pretty. It's overall a really nice quality. But when I put it on, first of all, I thought it was weirdly tight, like up here. And I couldn't actually get the zip up to begin with, which is really strange. As I said, I ordered this in a size small, which is, I mean, I own quite a few Killstar dresses now and they're all in a size small, and even this one is a size small and it fits me fine. Like, I don't usually have problems. The only dress where I had to get an extra small was the black sea dress because the chest area was huge. So I did have to size down for that one. I got the zip kind of up to here, and for some reason, like just opening the zip past where this seam is, where the skirt meets the kind of top part of the dress, just here, if I unzip it, I'll actually show you. If I unzip it from the top down, like you can see it gets a bit stuck here, but it goes. And like the same when you zip it back up, like it's a bit stiff, but I mean, saying that, like it always gets stuck around this bit, which is really strange. Like no material is getting caught in the zip or anything, but it just gets really stuck. But I can get it up. But when I actually put it on, I really struggled to get the zip up, and it wasn't like I didn't fit it or anything. It was just really bizarre. I think it was like the angle I was at, so I did find it quite hard to get it on by myself. I did manage to get it on in the end, but I just thought that was a bit strange. Like I haven't had any problems like that with Killstar dresses. So that was the first issue. Then when I actually had it on, I thought, is the material folded over or something? Because this feels like really tight. And the really annoying thing is, it fit so like flattering everywhere. Whenever I like move my arms like up like this, like the material is supposed to bend when you move your arms, but it immediately was like, oh my gosh. And I remember I like put my arm up and then it just felt like the circulation was just cut off. So I'm not sure if that's because of the really small sleeves. They didn't really allow for extra room. I'm not too sure. But if that was the only issue, I think I'd be keeping this dress. But the part of it that really is making me think about exchanging this for a different size is the waistband. And it's so weird because I haven't had this problem with any other Killstar dress. Like even the extra small of the Black Sea dress, the waist is absolutely fine. But for some reason, this line is solid. Like this, there is no stretch to that whatsoever. You can see I'm like pulling it, but there is like no stretch. And even sitting down, like when I breathe in, it's like, okay, this is fine. And then as soon as I breathe out, it's like, nope. And I don't really want to keep a dress that I'm just going to feel uncomfortable in, because then I'm not going to wear it. But the frustrating thing is, like all the chest fits fine. And it really irritates me when I get a dress and the chest area is too baggy, because then I don't think it looks flattering, and that is like one of the things that really irritates me. So I'm a bit concerned if I send this back for a medium, that the waist will fit fine but everything else will be baggy. I did actually compare it to this dress, because as you can see, this is a very similar style. It doesn't go out as much, like it's not that much of a skater dress, but the idea of it is the same. Like you've got the bib, the high neck, the kind of shorter sleeves, even though they are like puffy, but the actual length of it is exactly the same as this dress, and the neck like matches up, and the sleeves like everything matches up apart from the waist. And I don't know if I've got like an odd one or something, but when I compared it to this one, like I put this dress underneath on my floor and then I like put this one on top of it and matched this waist up with the other one, there's a good at least like inch and a half difference. So I just don't know what's going on with that. Like I don't know if I'll be able to show you, it's a bit difficult. If this is matching up here, do you see how much of a difference that is? Like this is properly matched up, like this sleeves are matched up, this is matched up, and then like why is there this much of a difference on the waist? I don't know. I did post about that in the Killstar group, as I said, and people said it looked really flattering, and I was like it makes me really nervous about swapping it for a bigger size. But Laura, you'll probably know her as Heavy Metal Mama, she put a suggestion that I contact Kate's Clothing asking if they could measure a size small, like the waist, and whether I've got like an odd one, because it does seem really weird, and either see if it's an odd one, and if it's not, like get them to measure the medium. And she said that they are quite accommodating for that, so I might try that first, and if the medium doesn't seem too bad like everywhere else, then maybe I'll swap it for that. I'm not sure if I'll add like something to the end of this video or just keep you updated on Instagram. I will leave my Instagram name somewhere here so you can follow that if you are interested, because a lot of people do have problems with the Killstar like customer service in terms of sizing. Even though I didn't order this through Killstar, I did actually send Killstar an email like about this problem, because it's not really Kate's Clothing's fault even though I ordered through them, because it is like their brand. And I've said this before, but an online shop that's doing very well I feel like should have a size chart, especially when it's online only. So I did contact them about that, and they sent me back again the generic size chart, like UK 8 is this, UK 10 is that, with no measurements. I think probably in the future they'll just have to start doing a measurement chart because so many people are complaining. So that was the issue I had with that one. I really love that dress, but the sizing is just very off. So I will be contacting them and seeing what can be done about that. I will still include the try on clip of it, but I will just, again, as I said, let you know what happens with that. So I thought I would come back and update you, and it has been a few weeks later. So now it is the 4th of October, and I'm not sure what date I filmed my original Kate's Clothing haul, but basically I did end up sending Kate's Clothing an email about the sizing. As I mentioned in the video that you've just seen, the waist was so tight, and I just knew that if I kept to that one I'd be put off by wearing it, because I just know how uncomfortable it is. So I did send them an email, and I will just update you with like the process of what I did. So I put that I received my order yesterday. I'm just like reading the email I sent them, including the Killstar Death March dress in a size small, and I gave my order number. I basically put that I own quite a few Killstar dresses, and I've always had them in the same size of a size small, and I've never had issues with them, but this one has come up super tight. I mentioned about the Lilian Lies dress that I would have shown you just now, and I basically asked them if they would be able to measure another size small of the same dress and also a medium with the waist measurements, so I could see if the medium would be any better. That was also a suggestion by Laura, Heavy Metal Mama, so thank you for that. And they did respond literally the next day, so I emailed them on the 24th, and then they replied to me on the 25th of September saying, "I'm sorry to hear that. I checked the item this morning and unfortunately it is showing up small against our size guide. The small measures 26 inches for the waist and the medium is showing up as 28 inches, which I found interesting. And they did say that they've added a note to the description on their website saying that, like, advising you to size up, which I thought was so good. And I did check their website and they did do that like immediately. And they did attach a returns form. And they also gave me a 15% off discount off my next order, and they were so apologetic, and it was like, it's such a difference to the Killstar customer service. Like, I emailed them basically the same thing, but obviously just saying about the sizing of their dress, not mentioning my order number or anything, because obviously I ordered it through Kate's Clothing. And they were just like, "I'm really sorry, we can't measure it. Here's our size guide, you know, UK 8, 10, 12, whatever." And it's like, that's not helpful, because like the numbers don't really mean anything because they vary so much between companies. So for Kate's Clothing to actually go to the effort of like measuring the waist in their warehouse and stuff, it's just so good. I definitely recommend ordering through them again if you can find the item you're looking for on their website. Basically I replied saying, "The waists on my other Killstar dresses range from 26 inches, but with stretchy material, to 28 inches. So I basically said that I would be exchanging it for the size medium due to the non-stretchy material. And that was basically the end of that. So I did just receive my replacement today. I did send it back a few days later and printed off the returns form. You do get free returns with Kate's Clothing as well, which is really, really good. So I just put it back in the original bag it came in, wrote a note saying that I wanted to exchange it for the size medium, as I talked about in the email, and it also gave my order number and my full name. And then they sent out this one. So it arrived today in this white bag, and it is now the 4th of October, so it didn't take long at all. Here is the dress. Obviously it looks exactly the same as the one that I've just shown you. I did try this one on and it's so much better. Like the waist it's not too baggy, it's like perfect. The chest area does have some extra material, but it's not to the point where it's unflattering or it doesn't look right. I just say there's like extra material like around here, which when you put your arms down just kind of gets folded under your arms. And the sleeves as well, like I can lift up my shoulders and nothing feels tight or anything. I will also say that the zip is so much better on this one. Again, where this kind of seam meets the skirt part of the dress, if you zip it up when it's not on you, it still is a little bit stiff. But compared to the last one I had, I can actually zip it up when I have it on, which is really good. The other one it took so much effort to put the zip on, even though it did kind of fit me, it was just a bit tight. So I definitely say if you are looking for this dress, definitely size up, especially if you are a bit like bigger in the chest area. Then this is like, I was surprised this didn't look unflattering for a size medium on me. I'm so happy that I did exchange this for the size medium, but I would 100% recommend sizing up if you are after this dress. I'd be a bit annoyed if I kept the size small because I don't think I would have worn it. I think it would have just like sat in my wardrobe and I just would have looked at it and been like, oh well, that's uncomfortable, I don't really want to wear that for the day. Super happy I exchanged it. No problems with Kate's clothing whatsoever. They were so helpful and they shipped this out so quickly. So yeah, very, very happy with that. I thought I would just come in, obviously I'm wearing something different, it's a different day, different month, everything. But I thought I just would update you with that. And I did also post an update on the Killstar Addicts Anonymous group as well. So yeah, I'll continue with the rest of the video now. The second item actually came in this black box. I've never had something arrive in a black box before. But as I said, it's called the Dig It pencil case. And it is in black. So it came in this black box, probably so it doesn't get like scratched and squished and things. It came in the plastic packaging, and then here is the pencil case itself. So it is in the shape of a coffin and it is kind of a standard zip pencil case. This is a lot bigger than I imagined. I mean, I imagined it to be quite big, but not as big as this. Something that also surprised me was the material of it. I really don't know what I was expecting with this. Almost like a cotton material, like a fabric, whereas this is more of like a, it kind of feels like leather but not. It has the same feel as like the Spooky Box lunch bag with the ghost on it, kind of like a rubbery leather, but it's not. I don't know what it is. It's very soft and it feels very durable, and this is kind of the size of like the huge Killstar purses. Like I feel like this is definitely purse size, so you can definitely fit a lot in this pencil case. I love the design of it, it's just a lot bigger than I thought. So it does say life is a grave, dig it. I'm not crazy about the saying, I just liked the fact that it was a coffin shape and I love the inside of it as well. So that's what it says on the front in kind of like an old-fashioned font with a skull here. And the T is a cross, and then it says Killstar with all these like fancy details around it. The back is just plain black. It has 2 zips, and these zips feel like super durable and sturdy, so that is good. The zips are also black too. And then when you open it up, there is a purple lining, and I love the feel of this. Again, I'm not sure what it is. It's not velvety. It kind of feels like a soft toy. Like very, very soft. Not suede either. I'm really not sure. Like it kind of makes me not want to put pencils in it because it's so nice. I don't want to ruin it. But on the left hand side, it does have a big kind of netted space where I imagine you'd put pencils or pens or like rulers and stuff, and then it does have a smaller one where you could put like an eraser, like the bat eraser, which I will get. They've also come out with a Coffin pencil sharpener, which, I mean, it's £3, which is a lot for a pencil sharpener, but just the fact that it's in the shape of a coffin, I mean, when you're like a stationery geek like I am, it's just like, oh my gosh, I need that. And on the other side, again, there's that really nice material all down here, so I'm assuming you could put a notebook in here, like a mini one, which is really cute. And then it has this flap, and this isn't like loose or anything, which is good, so it's not like this is like flapping around everywhere. And then you can put your pens or pencils in here as well, so lots and lots of space. It does also have like this piece of material, so I feel like you could really fit a lot in there if the zip is together like that. Like, that's quite a lot of stuff you could fit in here, especially the length of it. So that's kind of the features of this. I am very happy with it. I'll probably be taking this to university when I go, depending on how much I have in my bag. At the moment I do use the Spooky Box Club purple pencil case with bats on, and I like that because it's quite small, and in comparison this is massive. So I will try and find a use for this, but I definitely am very happy with it, and I understand why it's like $14.99 because it is a huge pencil case. I did also get, again, that £13.84 discount, which came off of both the dress and the pencil case. So overall it came to £57.98. I then got the discount off and free shipping, so it came to a total of £44.14, which for a Killstar dress and the pencil case I felt like was really good, plus the delivery of course. Shipping wise, I was so impressed. I am always really impressed with KATES clothing. I have ordered a few times from there before, especially like in the past, but now they've got Killstar again, I'm ordering like more and more. So I placed my order on the 20th of September, and I did make that order at kind of around midday. It also said that it was processed at the same time. And then literally just over 4 hours later, my order had been shipped. I believe I got it yesterday. The 20th was a Friday. It did arrive on Monday. So it did take 3 days from when I ordered it to actually when I received it, which is amazing considering that was over the weekend too. Very, very impressed with that. I hope I can sort out that dress because it really is beautiful and it's probably like one of my favourite dresses. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to subscribe if you did like this video and you like the kind of videos that I make. Please remember to like this video and also leave a comment as to what you think of the Killstar new releases, whether you got the pencil case and what items you liked. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!